Hello, I am back to read chapter 12 of Sam Wu is Not Afraid of Spiders by Katie and Kevin Tsang. Now, chapter 12 is called The Beekeeper. After school, I went into the garden to find Nana. Nana, I said, can we go to visit your friend Melinda? Nana paused her digging and looked up at me. Why? She asked. I've learnt that sometimes it's best to be honest with Nana. There's a giant spider on the loose at school. I need to catch it, and Bernard thinks we should use honey. I know Melinda has a lot of honey. I eyed Nana's gardening gloves. Also, could I borrow your gardening gloves? You know, your sister is great with spiders, said Nana. I nodded. I know, I said, but this spider is bigger than her whole head. I don't think it's the job for her. But it's a job for you? Asked Nana, sounding dubious. I nodded again, more vigorously this time. Well, said Nana, putting down her gardening shovel, I can take you to Melinda, and I can lend you my gloves. But you know, it's going to cost you. That's the thing with Nana. She never does anything for free. I know, I said. She looked up at the sky and did some rapid Nana calculations in her head. 1 week of weeding the garden, and you have to go to the market with me this weekend and help me carry the groceries. I stuck my hand out. It was a good deal. Nana grinned. Let me wash my hands and then call Melinda to see if she's home. Melinda is Nana's best friend. She lives on the next street over. She's got an even bigger garden than Nana and is always making concoctions from the things she grows. Soups, candles, lotions, all kinds of things. She might be a wizard, but she also might be a spy. She seems to know everything that is happening in the neighbourhood. She's also a beekeeper. She had to get special permission to have a small hive in her garden, but Nana says nobody, not even the city council, says no to Melinda. So I knew she would have plenty of honey. Melinda was home, so Nana and I walked over together. It was a sunny day, and if it hadn't been so stressed about the spider on the loose, I might have asked if we could go to the park too. We knocked on her door and Melinda let us in. I hear you want some of my honey. I started to explain to Melinda why I needed honey, but she interrupted me. I know all about the spider, she said. Tulip, is it? Like I said, Melinda knows everything. She went on, looking at Nana. I have to say, this is a most unusual plan. But the best ones usually are. Just make sure you don't tell anyone that Nana and I helped you. I crossed my heart. Very good, she said. Now, do you want to go and say hello to my bees? I shook my head. No, thank you, I said as politely as I could. I'd had enough trouble with creatures this week, what with all the spiders. I didn't want to add bees into the mix. But I also didn't want to offend Melinda or her bees. Maybe next time? Very well, said Melinda. And you're in luck. I happen to have a few extra jars of honey. But you know, if I give them to you, I'll owe you, I finished. Melinda operates on the same system as Nana. He's very good at weeding the garden, Nana offered. I'm sure I can think of something, said Melinda. She went into her kitchen and came back with 3 jars of gleaming honey. I put them in my backpack slowly, thinking about how to best approach my next request. Thank you, Melinda, I said. Yes, Sam, I can tell you want to ask me something else, said Melinda. What is it, Sam? Asked Nana. Melinda has already been very generous. Can I borrow your beekeeper helmet? I burst out, deciding it was best to get straight to the point. Melinda raised her eyebrows. What for? She asked. I explained about the tarantula's secret superpower to send spikes of hair into the air. It seemed sensible to protect my face. Melinda tapped her chin. "Very well," she said, "but I expect you to bring it back to me tomorrow. Do you understand?" "Thank you, Melinda," I said. Melinda smiled. "You're very welcome, Sam." Something else occurred to me. I looked from Nana to Melinda. "You two won't tell my parents about any of this, will you?" "Something tells me this plan of yours might just stress your parents out, and I have a feeling you'll find a way to do it no matter what. So we'll keep this a secret," said Nana. Then her face grew serious. "But be careful, Sam. Back in Hong Kong, I came across lots of spiders. Tarantulas, jumping spiders, giant huntsman spiders, and huge banana spiders. Spiders are to be respected." "Spiders that live in bananas?" I asked. Nana shook her head. "Spiders as big as bananas." "Sometimes spiders do hide in bananas, though," added Melinda. I gulped. I was glad that Tulip wasn't a jumping spider. At least we had chance of catching her if she stayed on the ground. And I would start examining bananas with extra care now too. Melinda brought me her beekeeper helmet. It was heavier than I was expecting and hard to see out of, but it was the perfect spider protection. "When you return my helmet, you'll have to tell me how your adventure went. Good luck, Sam." I almost did my "for the universe" hand rocket signal, but then I remembered Melinda probably wouldn't know what that was. So instead, I just shook her hand and said thank you again. I knew I was as ready as I'd ever be.